Happy post-Pentecost week. It means that our conversation with Vivek, the wise man from East, are going to continue. And I have prepared very difficult and painful questions for you, Vivek, this time. So are you ready to respond, to react?
Yeah, I'm ready, but this time, instead of answering your question, I have prepared question for you. So probably
you didn't tell me anything.
this time we make it like a conversation with Jari, Vivek's conversation with Jari.
Oh, I guess I just have to admit it then. And let us then do it like that.
Yeah, because there are like few questions which we know each other from like 2 years or 2.5 years almost now, but there are like few questions which I don't know and I'm like interested to know about more. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I let you ask then.
yeah. So my first question is like you moved here when you were like in your 40s. So like how did you decided to move to Thunder Bay and how did you connected to Lutheran Church in Hilldale Lutheran Church?
Or do you really want to know that?
Yeah, because I don't know that. Yeah, I'm very curious to know about that.
I have to be honest. Like the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Finland has always expelled heretics and troublemakers abroad, like over the big seas, as a punishment. Maybe that's why I am here in Canada right now. In our personal life, there was obviously a kind of middle age crisis going on. Lisa and me, we were really in our 40s and we wanted to experience something new. Something has to be, and we realized that something new has to be done right away, or it will be too late soon. In a couple of years, our children would be old enough to make their own decisions. Then they might not come with us anymore. I remember one crucial moment. I was in my office. It was a miserable day. It was raining. I had a pile of papers, maybe statistics, underneath my nose. And I didn't like that job. I opened a church paper and there it stood, a vacancy in Thunder Bay, Hilldale Lutheran Church, Canada. I called Lisa right away and said that I'm gonna try this. She replied, why not? But you will never get it. My beloved wife is sometimes wrong, maybe once a month or something like that. We wanted to try our wings, take a risk, and dive into adventure. I guess there was silent praying. We were seeking something new in our life. That's what I remember. Maybe there was much more, but
mostly that, yeah.
This is how I understand it now.
Yeah, it's amazing like how small moments like change our life completely, and it's nice. Yeah. And then yeah, another thing I wanted to ask you is like you are an like amazing pastor, like you are an amazing person. So like how you become a pastor, and like it is something like you always wanted to do as a kid or something like that?
As I already said, when you look at the past, it looks more straightforward than it truly is. Every one of us must face various crossings and dangers and options in life, and that can be painful too. But I think that I know that I grew up in a spiritual environment. I attended Sunday school and other church gatherings. I learned to say little prayers, and I saw adults I saw that they did similar things.
Yeah.
And faith in Jesus Christ was naturally present in my home. Then a confirmation camp was a powerful experience to me. I was something like 14 or 15 that time. The pastor who led the program played soccer with us, and he was open to exploring all of the questions and doubts I had and others had. And then later, he encouraged me to think about theological studies. After 5+ years in university in Helsinki, I found myself serving in a little village congregation.
Okay.
It was something new and scary, but my boss, the leading pastor, and the community were patient with me. They taught me. And now I have been in full-time ministry since 1983.
Oh, nice.
It is a miracle.
Yeah, it's almost 5 decades now.
I'm not good in mathematics, but
Oh no,
better.
four. It's 80. Yeah, almost 4 decades. 4 decades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Some people think that it's already too long.
And then another thing I'm curious about, it's like what the word like Lutheran means, because church is named like Hilden Lutheran Church. So like what's the meaning behind the word Lutheran, and how it's like different than like other churches, or like what's the significance of word Lutheran?
Questions are getting trickier. Um, um, the title Lutheran has nothing, does not have anything to do with well-known Baptist pastor Martin Luther King. Throughout its history, the Christian church has been divided into diverse denominations and communities. Already in the early church, already the early church had different points of view. We can read about that in the New Testament. And then a millennium ago, Christianity was split into two parts, Eastern and Western spirituality. This was not simply due to different beliefs. Religion is always also an essential part of culture and societal development. Lutheranism was born as a result of a huge change and crisis in Western culture about 500 years ago. Martin Luther was one of the leaders of the so-called Protestant movement. Luther's intention was not to form a new denomination, even though he sharply criticized faults and wanted to reform the church. However, this led to a division between Catholic and Protestant churches. And Luther's thoughts spread rapidly and got a strong standing in the north, in Scandinavia and in Finland. And somehow Luther's theology fits well with our character. I hope that's a proper explanation of Lutheranism. It's, of course, it's much more complicated, but
no, it's pretty clear to me, like, yeah, because I always wondered like what the word like Lutheran means, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty clear. And then
yeah, it comes from this crazy man, Martin Luther.
Martin Luther, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was this one time when I went to church with one of my friends when I was in school, and she's Christian. She's from India, and she's Christian. So I went to church with her, and then she told me over there, and then yeah, like if you are not Christian, or if you don't follow Christianity, then you can't take part in like Holy Communion, like you can't get like bread and wine. So that's something like I didn't ask her also at that time, like why or what's the reason behind it, or like what the entire concept of like Holy Communion, like. So I'm just like curious about that also.
In our church, we have an open communion. Everyone is welcome to the table. I have never turned anyone away. Holy Communion is not a secret ritual for insiders. It is part of our public worship service. It is meant for every baptized Christian. And children can come with their parents or godparents or maybe grandparents.
Yeah.
But as I said, we don't check anyone's credentials or screen people for requirements.
Yeah.
But I still say that you should be baptized before you come to communion. But,
Yeah.
but I can baptize you, Vivek.
Yeah.
So let us see. It's a sad thing that also between Christians we can't share the table. It's something painful, and it's very beautiful that we can share the Lord's Supper with the Anglicans and so on, but it divides Christians, and it's a wound in the church body.
Yeah.
Maybe now this is I'm a little bit slow, but I still, because when you asked about Lutheranism, I'd like to tell you, Vivek, that it's not my fault that I'm Lutheran. So it's not my choice. I was born in Finland.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's my fault?
Oh no, even like we have in my religion, like we also have like different religion in Hinduism also, and sometimes it's same, like it's like a different branch of same tree only, like the main, but like it's like a different branch. So like in my village also we have like two religion, like the one which my family follow, and then like 40% of the people in village follows the religion which we follow, and then 60% follow the different one. And yeah, so yeah, it's like yeah, again, like just like you said, like you are born in Finland, that's why you are like Lutheran. So it's like, yeah, we also have like two religions mainly at like my village, and that same thing, like I feel connected to you saying like, yeah, it's like, so the religion which we follow, it's like, it's called Satpanth. So it's like, if you translate it into English, so it's called the path of truth.
Oh,
Path of truth, yeah. So Sat means truth and Panth means path. So it's path of truth. So yeah, it's same like me also. Like I'm Satpanthi because I'm born in Satpanth family. So
yeah.
yeah.
So, but I'm proud of my Lutheranism too.
Yeah,
like I sometimes I say that it's only rock and roll, but I like it. But what is typical for Lutheran faith? I think that singing together songs and hymns is characteristics to us. We emphasize the endless grace of God revealed for the whole creation in Jesus Christ. The word of God, the Bible, proclaimed in one's mother tongue, is dear to us. In baptism, we are adopted as children of God and disciples of Christ. And sharing Holy Communion, bread and wine, effects forgiveness of sins and eternal life. Yeah. Essentially, faith is an everyday, ordinary thing for us Lutherans. It is a powerful grassroots movement. It is in our bones. Right. Stop asking more questions.
No, that's it for me today, because I had like this couple of doubts, and it was amazing to know about it, and like you explained it like amazingly, like everything is clear to me, and like I've been coming and I've been connected to you and church from like 2.5 years, so I had always these thoughts, and then good thing we started this program, because it's making more and more clear to me like what this means or what this means. So it's nice. Yeah, and now that you took the leadership in this program, you have to finish it beautifully and definitely. So thank you everyone for joining us in this conversation, which was different than other. This time it was me asking question to Jari. And hope Jari had fun, because I had fun and it was nice to know about it. And have a good day, everyone. And that's it. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you. Thank you, Jari.